Okay, hello and welcome. I wanted to start with a very brief sharing of my screen and some slides as I usually do. And basically just to give a schedule for today, because mostly it'll be the breakout rooms. So my name is Dr. Julia Mossbridge. I'm here with Dr. Michael Sapiro from the Institute for Love and Time. And we have a particular webpage now you can go to find out about the next Love and Time meditation / teaching / whatever you want to call this. So that's at gotilt.org/hope-intervention. And last time we talked about hope in the face of fear and dread and how to transcend fear and dread. And we recognize that one of the best ways to transcend fear and dread is to start loving your past self, practicing loving your past self so you feel confident that your future self loves you in the present. And this homework this week was about loving your past self 3 different times, if possible, maybe more. And just a reminder that anyone can go watch those videos from past sessions, because I know there are some people here who haven't been to past sessions. So those are available on YouTube, and you can read more about those at the website at gotilt.org about how to reach those videos. But this week, we want to do breakout sessions about loving your past self and how that experience is. And in order to do that, we want to, because not everyone will have done the homework, because both Michael and I are teachers who are experienced enough to know that not everyone does the homework. We wanted to do, and some people weren't here, so they couldn't do the homework. We wanted to do a brief 7-minute meditation from Michael, in which we give everyone the experience of loving your past self again. Then we'll do, come back to the slides and do about 2 minutes of breakout session rules and a couple prompts. Then we'll do 15 minutes of breakout sessions. And breakout sessions are where Zoom will divide you up into rooms of 3 or 4 people. And you'll talk amongst yourselves in that room for about 15 minutes with the prompts. We'll come back. We won't have any time for Q&A this week. We'll do some more Q&A with Michael and I next week. But I'll do a summary statement that Michael and I have worked on that I wanted to bring up on the slides, and then talk about the homework for next week. We're also doing a new thing in our quest to stay to 30 minutes. We'll ring a chime at 29 minutes so that everyone knows we're about to end. Oh, sorry, that was jumping ahead. So now I'd like to skip to Michael. I'll mute myself and let's do the past self meditation.
Okay, wonderful. Good morning, everybody. So I invite you to sit back and find a comfortable seated position on a chair or couch. And if you're comfortable closing your eyes, just think about the web between us all. There's around 24 people together this morning. We're all connected, all here, supporting one another, supporting ourselves. So let's, as a group, take a deep breath in and sigh. We've made it. As a group, take a deep breath in and sigh. So rest your mind in your body as the body rests on the chair or couch. Rest your mind in your body as if getting into a warm tub or under the covers in bed. And feel your body from the inside out. All those vibrant sensations of the body. Just notice and feel them. And begin to breathe slowly and deeply. In your mind, tell yourself slow and steady. and feel your body's response. So rest your mind on the body breathing, like a leaf in the wind. Let the mind rest on the breath. And as the mind wanders, as it tends to do, gently guide its attention back to the body breathing. Just rest. So let us bring our attention up behind the eyes. Imagine resting in the center of your brain, looking forward onto that large screen of imagination in the mind. The infinite space of imagination. And picture some time in the past when you were struggling. Could be this morning, a day ago, last week. Not the worst time in your life, but a time in which you were challenged, struggling. So see yourself. What were you wearing? What were you doing? What was your facial expression like? The body posture. See yourself struggling. Witness yourself. Perhaps a feeling of compassion and love arises in your body as you witness yourself. And tell yourself, I see you. I'm here for you. Imagine you're standing right there next to yourself. How would you like to greet and be tender toward yourself? What messages might you have for yourself? Notice how you feel being tender and loving toward yourself. Notice how you react in the past to this loving presence of yourself. If you have any last messages or any last way of saying goodbye, please do so in the mind now. And feel your body's response here in the moment to all this love, compassion, tenderness. And come back to this very moment here, now. And feel this love radiating, swelling in the body. Breathe deep into this body of radiant love. Take a deep breath. Without losing this embodied love, gently open the eyes. And let's get ready to spend this love together, this time together in breakout sessions. Julia?
I like to spend this love together. That's
Mm-hmm. I
cool.
know.
Michael, I so love working with you.
Mm-hmm.
I,
Thank
I,
you.
I always start out like nervous and freaked out and kind of, and then you do your thing. And I'm like, well, I don't know about anyone else, but I feel better. So thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, so let's see. I'm going to go ahead and show the slides again, share my screen, because I wanted to, this was our schedule. So next on our schedule, can you tell I like to get linear sometimes? Next on our schedule, I wanted to talk about, I guess I have to go through these slides again. There we go. So the breakout rules and the prompts to use, which I'll also paste in the chat window. You can also take a picture of this on your screen using, those of you who know how to do a screenshot, you can do that because this won't be displayed while we have the breakout rooms. The way the breakout rooms will work is they'll be the main room and you'll be magically whisked away into a room with some other people you probably don't know. And what you'll need to do is divide the 15 minutes that we'll have for discussion by the number of people. And you kind of all need to mentally track the time. So that's the first rule, is try to be cognizant of the time. If you're a person who likes to talk a lot, remember that 15 divided by 4 is 3 minutes and 45 seconds. 15 divided by 3 is 5 minutes. So is that correct? Yeah, I think that's correct. So just sort of think about that. The next thing is, if you've ever been in a 12-step group or facilitated a 12-step group, this rule is kind of like that in a 12-step group, which is we're not about fixing, controlling, or changing others. This is about making I statements in these groups. So everything that comes out of your mouth essentially begins with I, like I felt during the exercise like I couldn't do it, or I felt frustrated, or I felt excited, or I felt love, or whatever it is. But if someone says something that makes you want to have a powerful response to it, practice suppressing that just for this 15 minutes and really focusing on what your experience is. Because one thing that we'll get to in the prompts is that loving yourself in the past or the future, but we're working on the past right now, ends up helping you accept others exactly as they are. So here are the two prompts. What might keep you from unconditionally loving your past selves or a particular past self? So maybe you can generally love your past selves, but there's a particular moment that you find difficult to love. Similarly, what might keep you from unconditionally loving someone else's particular past self or past selves? So you don't need to answer these prompts if there's something else that came up for you that you wanted to talk about, or that comes up for you that you want to talk about. That's great, but these are prompts for those who are wondering what to talk about. And I will go ahead and paste this in the chat window. And it's possible, so the chat window you can usually see at the bottom of your screen depending on your platform. It's possible that the chat window would not come up with us into the breakout rooms. So take a little look at them and maybe copy them somewhere else if you're afraid you'll forget them. So I'm going to go ahead and unmute everyone because you'll need to be unmuted in your breakout rooms, and very soon you'll be in your breakout rooms magically. Let's see how it goes. So yeah, you'll see a note inviting you to go into breakout rooms. Go ahead and click on it and start meeting. I'm going to shut off the recording.
Hey, Julia.
Hey, it was really fun. I wanted more time.
Yes, that's good to know. It's good,
Yeah,
good data.
yeah. Good data, good data. We're learning, we're learning.
Yeah.
Wonderful, thank you. It was great to hear what was going on for people. So Michael and I worked on a sort of closing statement because we knew we wouldn't have time for Q&A today. We wanted to give people a bunch of time in the breakout rooms. So
May I interrupt? I'm so sorry.
please.
I think there's only 5 of us back according to my participant list. So I'm wondering if everyone else has not come back from their groups yet.
Well, they should be coming back very soon. They'll
Yeah,
be,
there's
There they are.
There we
yeah,
come.
they're being kicked out of the rooms right now.
I
Oh,
just
they
wanted
got
to
kicked out. We came voluntarily.
Right, right,
Yeah, some people were like, oh, it's closing, we better leave. And other people are like, well, when we get kicked out, we get kicked out.
right. I think we're at 20 now, so.
Either approach is fine. Okay, well, good. Welcome back. Yeah, so right now we're recording again. I want to repeat confidentiality. First of all, people words being recorded in the breakout rooms. Second of all, if you don't want to be recorded on the video, turn off your camera so we can't see you when we post you to YouTube, which means stop video in the lower left-hand corner. You'll still be in the meeting. And third, anything you heard in the breakout room, even if you might not know these people, or even if you do know these people, is confidential for the breakout room. So you don't repeat that anywhere. So in one ear, out the other. It wasn't about you anyway. So I wanted to leave you with a statement that Michael and I worked on about today's work and going forward. So this is really important for this time where there's a lot of uncertainty. You are not alone. It can be an overwhelming time. It can be. It doesn't have to be, but it can be, and it is for a lot of people. One way to navigate the overwhelm is to draw on your past and future selves, which is your self distributed through time, your whole self. And of course, this whole self has more resources than you do in this moment. By the way, if you could mute yourself, it would help whomever has the background noise. That'd be great. So to draw on your past and future selves, your whole self distributed through time, always has more resources than any particular self does in this moment. So this practice of drawing on yourself through time, and notice that I'm saying here, we're saying your past and future selves. We're starting to move into that part of the course, right? That this process can help you discern what actions you can take right now and what is out of your control. And discerning what actions you can take and discerning what is out of your control can really help with overwhelm. So that speaks to the homework. So this week, the homework is going to find you. You're going to choose one difficult experience this week. And then it's something, a little light bulb will go off in your mind, we intend, that you'll recognize that now's the homework time. So in that moment, now you're in the present moment, mentally invite in one of your past or future selves. So you choose, is it a past or future self that has more resources than you do right now, to give you perspective, resources, and support. I'm going to ding my bell here because we're almost done. And to help you determine what's in your control and how to accept and let go of the pieces that are not. So you might want to take a screenshot of that. I'll also send it out in the email that comes after this class, so you don't actually have to rewatch the video to see it. Thank you so much for being here, and hope to see you all and anyone else you want to invite next week. Bye-bye.